everybody, today I'm going to be doing a live demonstration, review, and first thoughts of the new Dream Velvet collection from Maybelline. I have the Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation right here. I wasn't sure of my shade. I have a feeling this might be off, but we can figure that out together. And I also picked up the Maybelline new Dream Wonder powder. And this is in Classic Ivory, by the way, and the liquid I got in Sandy Beige. I ordered Sandy Beige off of Ulta, whereas I got this one in store. I think this is going to be closer to my natural skin. And I also picked up their little blender brush, their little blender on a stick, which I think is adorable. Now, I love beauty blenders just because they help you to get that perfect diffused look. So I was really excited to see one that's actually like an affordable drugstore brand, because a lot of the beauty blenders are like $20 a blender, whereas this was, I think, like $9, and it has little handles, so if you're not used to it, it's perfect for using, because I did handle it and whatnot. So let's start first with the liquid and see if this is anything close to my skin tone. I'm going to put this on my face now. This is Sandy Beige. So I'm going to be using the blender on a stick, which looks like one of the pillars in the castle in Aladdin. So that's kind of cute. And it says to use it in circular motion, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do spots on my face. As you can see, I have discoloration on my face. I have a lot of redness and dark circles. My eyes always look like I'm wearing makeup, and I'm not wearing anything, but my face is just always, I don't know, all different colors. So let's get trying this out. I think that should be enough. I look like I have the chicken pox. It's no good. It's no good. So I can definitely see it covering up some spots. Definitely erasing some of this redness, which is good. One thing I am noticing is that this does let some of my natural skin show through, because I notice that like my freckles are still showing, and I definitely should have put a little bit more on, because I feel like I'm not getting an even coverage. I feel like it's a little streaky. Help a little better than this around there. Definitely gonna add like a second coat of this, just because I feel like the amount I put on was not enough. Now it does say pro tip to wet it, so I'm going to do that now. So I've wet mine a little bit, and I'm gonna towel dry it. And maybe this will give me just a little bit more even of a coverage, because dry, I'm not a fan. I feel like I'm kind of splotchy. I feel like I don't have the coverage I want, so I put a little bit more on, and now that this is moist, maybe this is much better. Oh my goodness, it just glides. Yes, so if you have this, definitely use it wet. Much more impressive. Look at it, it's just like erasing everything. Screw it, I'm gonna go on my eye. I don't even care anymore. Okay. Ooh, it's nice. Look, it kind of erased all that brownness that I have on my eye. My grandmother used to call that my natural eyeshadow. I was never much of a fan of it. It's like, thank you, nature, but you know, I kind of like a more dramatic look. If I was born in the 70s, I would be set. Be all set. So I'm doing my forehead now. Really, wow, totally different. Actually a huge fan. I'm surprised that this foundation is working for me, because I was really afraid that it wouldn't. I thought it would be like a little too orange, but it doesn't look too bad. I always make sure to blend into the neck. You know, you don't want to have a discolored neck. So wow, that's pretty good difference. I think I got all the spots. So all my former complaints about it being splotchy and all that stuff, yeah, no. When this is wet, totally different experience. I I like this. So I'm very, very impressed with this. Yes. So now I have the powder. I like to set all of my cream foundations with a powder. And honestly, I gotta tell you something. This is on my face and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing a cream foundation. It definitely feels like I'm rubbing my face and like nothing, there's a little bit coming off, but not really. It feels like I already have a powder on my face. Like this set perfectly. I'm kind of blown away that I don't even have to put a powder on top, but for sake of review I'm going to put the powder on top of it, but honestly you don't need it. So if you're looking for a really thin, if you're looking for something that's a little bit thinner and lighter on your face but still gives you that medium coverage, the Dream Velvet is just it might be perfect for you. So I'm gonna do this Dream Wonder powder, and it has the powder on top. When you lift it up, you have a mirror and a little sponge. So I'm gonna use the sponge just because I want this to be like purely drugstore, and I'm just gonna swirl it around, get a little bit on there. And what I immediately notice is it's kind of like buffering, if that makes sense. I feel like even though I'm already wearing something that covered up all my dark spots and my redness, this kind of like buffers it and gives me just a smoother appearance, and I'm really not even using that much. I'm just gently gliding it over just a little bit. It doesn't feel heavy, it feels really smooth. I don't feel cakey. I like that I don't feel cakey because I'm not a fan of like the whole cake look. Like I really layer everything on. Don't get me wrong, I layer product on top of product, but when I'm using drugstore I just don't want to feel cakey, and this really gives like a natural soft feeling. Very impressed, and I'm surprised with the coloring too, because like I said, the powder is classic Ivory 20 but the liquid is Sandy Beige. So I mean, you can see the differences in them, but when I applied them to my skin they worked together somehow. So again, if you're looking for a really easy light medium coverage with a very light feeling, non-cakey feeling, I would definitely suggest you pick up the Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. It definitely feels gentle on my pores. This is a lasting hydration with a soft matte finish. It says it's a fresh gel that sets into a velvet smooth texture, lives up to all of its promise. I love the little Aladdin shaped blender brush, very nice. Perfect duo right here, and if you'd like to set it, the Dream Wonder powder is just, it's like a these three items are just knock it out of the park for foundation. Very impressed with the quality of these. Have you tried the Maybelline Dream Velvet or Dream Wonder products or the blender? If you have, let me know what you think. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and please be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm Recycled Stardust.